Hello students, in today's video we will be seeing about the impact of British rule on Indian education. In the last few videos we have been continuously seeing the impact of British rule on Indian administration, on Indian police system and on Indian land tax system. In today's video we will be seeing about the impact of British rule on Indian education. The modern education system. Traditional education of Indians was in practice continuously. So Indians had a very traditional system of education that was continuously in practice. During the Muslim rule or the rule of some Muslim kings in Middle Ages, certain changes occurred in the traditional Indian education. When some Muslim kings were ruling India in the Middle Ages, some changes occurred in traditional education. New changes occurred during the British rule in 18th century. Later, when British rule came, again many new changes occurred in Indian education system. Now let us see what were those new changes. New schools were started for the children of British and Europeans living in India. The first main change which happened after the coming of British to India was they started new schools, especially for the children of Britishers and Europeans who were living in India, because they were not ready to send their children to the traditional Indian schools or Indian educational institutions. So for their children, so the children of Britishers and Europeans who were living in India, they started new schools. Locals were not allowed to use this facility. These schools were only meant for Britishers and Europeans living in India. But Indian locals were not allowed to use this facility, or they were not allowed to go to such schools. Warren Hastings worked for the expansion of modern education in India. So Warren Hastings was one of the important personalities who worked for the expansion of modern education in India. Now what did Warren Hastings do? He started the Calcutta Madrasa in 1781. So Warren Hastings started the Calcutta Madrasa in 1781. Again, Jonathan Duncan started the Sanskrit College in Banaras in 1792. Another Britisher called as Jonathan Duncan, he started a Sanskrit college in Banaras in 1792. So Indians had a traditional system of education. During the rule of Muslim kings in Middle Ages, some changes happened in Indian traditional education. Later, when Britishers came, new changes occurred in the 18th century. They started new schools for the children of British and Europeans living in India, but locals were not allowed to use this facility. Warren Hastings worked for the expansion of modern education in India, and he started Calcutta Madrasa in 1781. Jonathan Duncan started Sanskrit College in Banaras in 1792. So even though Britishers started their educational institutions for British and European children, Indians were still continuing their traditional system of education. But it was Charles Grant who stressed the importance of universalization of British education in India. That is, Charles Grant stressed the importance of universalization. That means whole of India should have the British system of education. Charles Grant was the person who said about this. Lord William Bentinck supported the expansion of British education in India. So Charles Grant said, or he stressed the importance of universalization of British education, and later Lord William Bentinck also supported the expansion of British education in India. Lord William Bentinck was the Governor General of India in 1828. That time he was the Governor General. So as he supported the expansion of British education in India, for that purpose he appointed Macaulay as a member of Governor General's Executive Committee. So Lord William Bentinck appointed Macaulay as a member of Governor General's Executive Committee. And Macaulay was also the chairperson of Committee of Education. So anything related to education, Macaulay was deciding. And finally, what Macaulay did, Macaulay studied all the situations and he submitted the report on education in 1835. Macaulay submitted the report on education in 1835 and this report became the base of modern education in India. So till the coming of Charles Grant, Indians were following almost their traditional system of education. Even that time Britishers were having their own schools, but in that locals were not studying. But after Charles Grant came, he stressed the importance of universalization of British education, that is all over India British education should be made, and Lord William Bentinck also supported this idea. And for that purpose, Lord William Bentinck, who was a Governor General, he appointed Macaulay. Macaulay he appointed as the Governor General's Executive Committee member, and he also was appointed as the chairperson of Committee on Education. Macaulay studied about all the situation and he submitted a report, that is a report on education, in 1835, and this report, Macaulay's report, became the base of modern education in India. The main aim of Macaulay, or the main aim actually of Britishers according to this report, was creation of a new class of Indians who are Indian by body but British in intelligence, opinion and taste. That is, through this educational system they wanted or they aimed to create a new class of Indians. What is the speciality of that new class of Indians? They will receive British education. So when they receive British education, naturally what will happen? In body or by looks they are Indians, but their intelligence, their way of thinking, their opinion, their taste, everything will be like Britishers because they are receiving British education. So that is what it is said here. His policy or Macaulay's policy was creation of a new class of Indians who are Indians by body but Britishers in intelligence, opinion and taste. The Indians who had received British system of education, they think like a British, they have opinion like a British and they have a taste like British. So that is how modern system of education was introduced in India. The use of English medium in Indian learning system started after 1830s. So after 1830s, English medium was started in Indian learning system. Establishment of universities in India was another important development. A new development which started after the introduction of modern system was establishment of universities. Many universities were established like universities in Calcutta, Bombay and Madras, and all these universities were established by Governor General Lord Dalhousie. We have already learned about Lord Dalhousie when we learned about doctrine of lapse. This was as per the suggestion of Charles Wood's Commission in 1854. All these universities were established as per the suggestion of Charles Wood in 1854. After this, education started becoming universalized in India. So, English medium, the usage of English medium in Indian learning system started after 1830s, and establishment of universities in India was another important development. Universities in Calcutta, Bombay and Madras was established by Governor General Lord Dalhousie. Lord Dalhousie did this as per the suggestion of Sir Charles Wood, and his commission was Sir Charles Wood's Commission in 1854. After this, the education system became universalized in India. Now let us see what was the final impact of British education in India. The first impact, Indians could develop modernity, secularism, democratic attitude and rationality along with nationalistic ideas. So when they received British system of education, Indians started to become modern. They started developing modernity. They started developing secularism. Indian system was traditional but British system was modern. So they started developing secularism. They started having democratic attitude and rationality. They started thinking with reason along with nationalistic ideas. Even then they had nationalistic ideas. The second impact was Impetus was received for local literature and languages, which created unity in thinking process. Even though British education system was happening, some support was also received for local literature and languages. This created unity in the thinking process of Indians. Indians started to have a unity in their thinking process. Third one, periodicals started emerging and these scrutinized the policies and working of the government. That is, periodicals or books started emerging which scrutinized the policies and working of the government. That is, they looked, some books started coming or published which started discussing about the policies of Britishers or working of the government. So all these came like periodicals, like we have articles published in newspaper, like that articles were published in these periodicals which scrutinized means which deeply looked into the policies and working of the British government. So because of this, what happened? After reading this, Indians started to have critical opinion on the issues. So after reading the articles in these periodicals about the British government's working and their policies, Indians started to have their own opinions on issues. Indians started understanding what Britishers are doing. That was a third impact. Fourth impact was new social and religious reformation movement emerged. So Indians started receiving modern education. Modern education, their thoughts started to change, and when their thoughts started to change, new social and religious reformation changes started to emerge. The fifth impact was J.S. Mill, Rousseau and Montesquieu brought fresh thinking in the mind of educated youth of India. So important personalities like J.J. Rousseau, Montesquieu, J.S. Mill, all these people's ideologies brought fresh thinking into the mind of educated youth of India. So Indians started to have a fresh kind of thinking. They started to have new ideas in their mind. So that was a positive impact. The sixth impact was the freedom struggles across the globe influenced Indians. When Indians received modern English education, they started to learn about freedom struggles, or they started to know about freedom struggles which was happening all around the world. When they started to learn about freedom struggles happening all around the world, they got inspiration. They started to feel that when all those countries can fight for their freedom, we also can fight for our freedom. So when Indians received good education, they started to know about freedom struggles happening around the globe, and this influenced Indians. And the seventh impact was Indians could understand and appreciate their rich tradition. So when they started learning about their own traditions and culture, they started understanding and they started appreciating their rich tradition and culture. So finally, it led to a new thinking which was happening due to the British education system, and this created a new generation of Indians with progressive attitude. So all these were the impact of British education in India. First one, Indians developed modernity, secularism, democratic attitude and rationality along with nationalist ideas. Then an impetus was received for local language and literature. Then periodicals started emerging which helped Indians to have a critical opinion on issues. New social and religious reformation movements emerged. People like J.S. Mill, Rousseau and Montesquieu brought a fresh thinking in the mind of educated youth. And the freedom struggle across the globe influenced Indians, and Indians could understand and appreciate their rich tradition. A new thinking emerged because of British education system, and this created a new generation of Indians with a very progressive attitude. So all these were the impact of British education in India. So I hope you have understood all the points explained here. If you have any doubts, you can ask in the comment section and I will be answering to your doubts. And if you like the video, please do subscribe to my channel and share it with your friends. I hope to see you soon in the next video. Thank you for watching.